brought to you by Grace and Singer.
Every dream conquered is another dream gained. I land and I fly again like a jet plane. Headed straight in your direction, 'cause I'm wiser, one step closer. I'm winning 'cause I work so hard. And the music keeps on playing, and the people them I say we are my show tonight. Oh, what a feeling! Don't stop dreaming. Keep on believing in the power of the feeling. Whatever you want, take a chance. Song in your heart, step in your dance. You got a spark, don't fit the dark, shine your lights on.
Come and tell me what is bothering you, Krishna. Come on.
If Mummy wins tomorrow's competition, then she will leave and take me away.
I won't allow that.
I don't want to hear Ganga's name again as long as I live.
Ganga.
Brought to you by
Hyundai or Hyundai.
Thanks so much for joining us for CVM News Afternoon for Wednesday, June 18, 2025. I am Curlin Brown. A man wanted for murder in Hanover was shot and killed during an alleged confrontation with the police. The incident, which took place in the Old Penn district, is now under investigation by the Independent Commission of Investigations, INDICOM. The man has been identified as Gary Price of Cold Spring in the parish. Reports are around 4:30 Tuesday morning, a joint police team from Hopewell, Lucy and the Area 1 Special Operations Unit conducted a targeted operation in search of wanted men and illegal guns. The crime fighters reportedly came under attack from Price, who was armed with a handgun, and the fire was returned. Price, who was recently featured in the Jamaica Constabulary Force's Wanted Wednesday campaign, was pronounced dead at hospital. A 9mm semi-automatic pistol and a magazine containing 2 live rounds were reportedly seized. The number of police fatal shootings in Hanover has moved to 12 since the start of the year. We will have more on that incident in CVM News at 7. And goat theft remains a painful reality for farmers in Western Jamaica. As recently as last evening, a goat wandering on the streets of Saltmarsh in Trelawney was reportedly snatched by men traveling in a white Toyota Axio. Well, thankfully, this case ended in favor of the owner as a police team on patrol intercepted the vehicle along the highway. The animal was retrieved and the 3 men from the car, who turned out to be from the neighboring parish of St. James, were apprehended. Head of the Agricultural Protection Branch for the Area 1 Police, Inspector Orville Boucher, is sending a warning to goat farmers to secure their animals. He's also warning perpetrators to desist from carrying out the illegal activity.
Ensure that as best as possible keep these animals safe in a pen somewhere, because as we can see in this incident, we have men going around in cars just snatching animals, shoving them into vehicles. I also want to say to those who intend to steal animals and agricultural crop to desist from doing so, because we are resolute, we are determined, and we'll be coming to get you. I have a very dedicated, efficient team who are willing to go the extra mile. So please, I'm begging, desist from stealing, because if you do, we'll be pulling out all the stops to bring it to justice.
Members of the Rastafarian community in Westmoreland protested what they deem an injustice and a fight against their use of marijuana. Attorney at law for the Rastafarian and Grassroots Ganja Association, RAGA, elaborates though this current case has been dismissed, such injustice towards the community must end.
Here in front of the Westmoreland Savamar police station to retrieve some ganja that was taken unlawfully from the Rastafari brethren who was cultivating on lands that are for Rastafari sacramental herbs. But unfortunately, we're still here for hours after court finish this morning. The case was thrown out because, of course, the Rastafari community came out in numbers to show that the brethren and sisters who were charged were merely possessing the herbs in a context of Rastafari sacramental rights, but we're still here waiting because the police apparently has to come personally. The one who didn't even want to show up in court this morning. We're here waiting on him now to get the herb released, and so we still have our sacrament under lock and key behind jail cell, waiting on police to the rights. Totally unacceptable.
As CVM News continue to monitor this development, where Senator and Ambassador Audrey Marks will replace Audley Shaw as the Jamaica Labour Party's standard bearer for North East Manchester. Speaking on Lead Story Prime Tuesday, Marks emphasised that promoting equity is one of her top priorities if selected.
All my experiences, my training, this is what I could bring to bear in that overall goal of contributing to making Jamaica a better country, and especially a better country where we could to do business.
Yes.
Because an immediate goal of mine is to have us in the top 5 place in the world in terms of ease of doing business. Because that will start a whole ripple effect in terms of investments and speed of which the average Jamaican can start seeing a bump up in their income because we have more activities going on in the economy. And as I don't know if you heard me in the Senate, I'm pushing very hard for some new policies that will entrench ownership to Jamaicans for major investments coming into the country. Because I think part of our problem here is that we don't have enough equity in the society.
Yes.
And we need to give more Jamaicans an opportunity to own businesses and to own, as I said before, property. So I feel that being in government at this time, my job is to really push policies and legislations as needed to achieve that goal of giving more Jamaicans a stake in this country, so that we can start breaking generational poverty and building generational wealth.
The new social housing programme faced intense scrutiny within the halls of Parliament when the Public Accounts Committee convened. Members focused on a recent report from the Auditor General, which cast a critical light on the programme, highlighting areas of concern that threatens overall effectiveness. The new social housing program, NSHP, aims to provide quality, affordable and sustainable housing for vulnerable populations. As of the most recent reporting, NSHP has already built 292 housing units, an additional 46 units are nearing completion, and 65 units are currently in the procurement stage. However, Auditor General Pamela Monroe Ellis, in a December 2024 report, raised concerns about the program, specifically about duplication of services and the need for reform. Now, during a Public Accounts Committee meeting on Tuesday, she elaborated on her findings.
It's a fact that there is duplication. It's a fact that there is overlapping. And it is a fact that there is a substantial cost for managing the delivery of the social benefit. She explained there is currently no efficient mechanism to limit the number of benefits an individual in need can receive. The system as it is really to the disadvantage of those who should benefit, because they have to be navigating several ministries providing the same information. If you have a centralized database, just as Member Sibley has said, a beneficiary should be able to know that they can get 200,000 here, 400,000 here, 300,000 here. What we expect, however, is that each system should indicate the cap. We saw one such where the cap was not indicated.
In response to the Auditor General's report, the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, Arlene Williams, says while there isn't an overlap in services, the government is improving the efficiency of the process.
To date, we have not had any issues with fraud. Thankfully, we're not saying that it can't absolutely happen, but we have been very diligent in how we do our duties. We know, of course, that some Jamaicans are very, very crafty.
She adds the recommendations made by the Auditor General have been taken into consideration. Despite those efforts, the program continues to face obstacles. One significant challenge is the difficulty faced by potential recipients in obtaining the necessary approvals to build on their chosen land.
They are what we would call squatters. In some cases, the lands are government-owned lands. In other cases, they are privately owned lands. My question would be, is there any mechanism, if they are government-owned lands, for those persons to benefit? Because the people who generally have tenure are not necessarily the ones in need.
Some letters were drafted to members of parliament to look within their constituencies. Some have responded to see, just to advise the Ministry of Lands that are available. We're still doing the assessment to see how much that has yielded. But what we do know is that there are lands that are vested in the Commissioner of Lands.
Another hurdle is the reluctance of some applicants to relocate from their existing communities.
It continues to be a problem because, as you know, persons are very attached to where they live. And in some of the instances, it will mean relocation of these persons from where they live.
The ministry will return to the community in the week ahead. Prime Minister Andrew Holness says Jamaica has holistically improved over the past decade due to the JLP's efforts. He was addressing the party's St. Andrew West Rural Workers Appreciation Ceremony. Here's more from Kevin Black.
We have built an economy that can make us economically independent as a people.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness says that Jamaica is drastically different today than a decade ago, and the state of crime and employment has been steadily improving under the Jamaica Labour Party's programs and policies. He mentioned while there are young people out there who are out of jobs, the JLP has implemented a myriad of programs to facilitate their transition into the nation's labour force.
So we have two programs that we have established. One is the LIFT program, where persons who have CXCs but not yet transitioned into the world of work, we assist them to get into the world of work. We give them almost like an apprenticeship, or better yet, they get an internship, and that gives them a little bit of experience so employers can say, oh, you have work experience, yes, we can hire you.
Prime Minister Holness also says that the JLP government has been instrumental in the reduction of criminal activity. According to Prime Minister Holness, the JLP administration has spent 3 times more than what other administrations have spent in the fight against crime.
This administration has spent $90 billion on national security in our 9 years, compared to $28 billion from our previous administration, 2007 to 11, and from 2012 to 2016.
Despite statements made by the Prime Minister, opposition spokesman on national security, Peter Bunting, claimed the Holness-led government deserves no credit for the 44.2% decline in murders this year. However, a government senator rejects that statement and deems it to be untruthful and dishonest.
A bit of data that is not quite widely known is that this administration of the Jamaica Labour Party has invested over $80 billion in national security. This compared to approximately $28 billion invested by the former administration. But we have done more than toss money at the problem. It is the Andrew Holness administration that tabled Plan Secure Jamaica in the Parliament, a first of its kind document. We have invested heavily in improving the intelligence capabilities of the security forces.
Senator Fitzhenley says the superior investment by the Holness-led administration has been made possible by good management to the economy. The Prime Minister, in the meantime, is reassuring Jamaica Jamaica that efforts are being made by his administration to maintain employment and peace within the nation. Kevin Black reporting for CVM News.
Stay with us. CVM News Afternoon will continue in a moment.
The Time is brought to you by Ford Territory.
We love our country. Like you, we take pride in building Jamaica. The resilience of our people is cemented in our products, built to last for generations. Laying the foundation for thriving communities, we're committed to excellence and quality. Quality products, quality relationships. We're all proud Jamaicans, working hard, doing good, building a sustainable future for all. That same unbeatable spirit runs through us. We are made of Jamaica.
Ready, tech, grow. Business is fast, easy, flexible, and cost less. Oh, entrepreneurs, let's go digital. The government of Jamaica and European Union present Digital Jamaica Training Series. Learn how technology grows your business. Choose the right digital tool. Manage your staff, customers, and money digitally. Data security and privacy. Artificial intelligence. We'll be in every parish. Apply online. www.jbdc.net. Log on fast. Digital Jamaica. Powering connectivity for MSMEs.
The gateway for Jamaica's athletes to several international competitions, including the World Athletics Championships in Tokyo, Japan, opens from Thursday, June 26 to Sunday, June 29 for the J3A Junior and Senior National Championships at the National Stadium, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. each day. The biggest names in local track and field, with the men's section including the likes of Olympic silver medalist Shane Thompson, Oblique Seville, Akeem Blake, Antonio Watson, Christopher Taylor, Rashid Broadbent, Olympic champion Roger Stoner, Rajendra Campbell, Wayne Pinner, and Romaine Beckford. The female division will be no less fascinating, with two-time reigning world champion Sharika Jackson, Shelly Ann Fraser-Price, the Clayton Twins, Tia and Tina, Alana Reed, Akira Nugent, Rochelle Clayton, and Shanika Ricketts. The action will be sizzling.
We welcome you back with the news that the Jamaica International Beauty Expo, JIBE 2025, is set to run from June 27 to 29 at the National Arena in Kingston. Now, this year's event will feature more than 100 exhibitors, showcasing both local and international beauty-related brands. According to organizing committee member of the Expo, Aliyah Wedderburn, the event, now in its 6th staging, is meant to facilitate the growth of local beauty and wellness business through community building and networking opportunities. She was a guest earlier on CVM Sunrise.
Okay, well, this Beauty Expo is new to Jamaica in terms of the level of professionalism that we present. It's the other side of beauty. JIBE focuses on the business of beauty. We focus on getting creatives to grow, businesses to grow, because we know that globally the beauty and wellness industry is valued at approximately 6 trillion. Massive. And JIBE's main objective is to get Jamaica to get a piece of that pie. People don't understand that the beauty and wellness industry goes way beyond. We value it and we love it. It goes way beyond the colors and the frills and the glitter. But there's a heavy industry that supports it, and it's all inclusive.
Now, in celebration of 50 years of business in Jamaica, the Kentucky Fried Chicken KFC brand has been rolling out several celebratory events. The main attraction thus far has been its Brought a Meal, which grants customers who purchase a big deal the opportunity to receive a meal deal free of cost. However, only 5 meal deals are allowed per customer. Now, in light of this, customers have been flocking to the locations island-wide from as early as 5 a.m. before the 10 o'clock opening hours to secure their spots in line at the various franchises. Now, individuals have allegedly been fighting and vandalizing